Today I'm here with my son. Just kidding. This is just, I know I have to start that. Titus Tremere. I call him my baby because he's one of my very best friend's sons, and I've known him since he was just a little baby. So I've told a lot of people he's my son. He's actually not. That's a lie. But
I wish.
I still call him that. No, you're right. Your mom's awesome.
She's great.
She is amazing. We're going to talk about a few different things. He's been through a lot. He was raised without a father for the most part. And so we want to talk a little bit about that. First of all, tell us what it is you're doing right now.
Right now, I study at BYU. I'm on the dunk team at BYU, which is so fun.
He's awesome.
It is so fun. And that's basically it. I want to be an orthodontist one day. We'll see if I get there. Right now, school's kicking my butt. But I want to get there one day.
You will.
We'll see.
And it's just incredible knowing you since you were a little kid and all the hardships you faced. I had no idea that you'd be, going to college, and not that I doubted you ever, but like
Me either, though. Me either. I have a lot of doubts for myself, but
you're just incredible.
Great. It's been good.
First of all, tell me, what has it been like? This is kind of off topic from what we just discussed, but what has it been like being Black growing up in Utah?
I have only had good experiences, which sounds so different. I feel like Utah is kind of like, oh, all white, racist, all of this stuff. But I've never experienced racism, really. I've kind of been like the only Black kid in my school, really, like me and 4 other kids, which is honestly fun. I feel like everyone wanted to talk to me. I had a lot of friends growing up, a lot of good privileges. So I never saw a difference in color. I don't see color. I just see people.
Yeah.
So I think that's how it's been for me as well.
Wow. And how has it been at BYU?
Very good.
Really?
I've only had good experiences on scholarship because of ethnicity. Student athletics is just so good to me. I haven't seen any.
Well, I just have all the respect in the world for you, and you ended up serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, right?
I did.
In Texas?
Yeah. Never had plans to serve a mission. Wow. I was always like no, I can't serve a mission. That is not for me. Like I knew nothing about the church, literally nothing. And so serving a mission was probably the scariest thing in the world for me. Plus I was scared of men, so having to be like with companions was so terrifying.
Yeah.
But it was like the most amazing experience I've ever had.
Really?
I would do it over and over and over again.
Why was it amazing? To people who aren't familiar with what a mission is, why was that amazing?
You just sacrifice yourself. And I came to know for myself that there is a Christ, that there is a Heavenly Father, and that I'm loved. Like it really gave me a purpose. And I think I taught myself more on my mission than I taught other people. And I saw a lot of success, which was really cool. But really understanding like who I am was like so powerful in my life and like flipped my world 180, which was awesome.
So do you feel like coming to know that there's like a God and he loves you, was there a huge difference from before? And does that have to do with not having a dad? Like was there this huge change of, I am loved by this father figure?
Totally.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Growing up, not having a father was honestly hard. There was like a lot of insecurity that came with that. I was surrounded by women all the time. I have 4 sisters. I grew up dancing, like women. And so there was like a lot of masculinity problems that I faced. Until I got on my mission, I started to learn that like that doesn't matter. And that God created me for who I am. Yeah. That I am so loved and that I have like everything is okay. And like I felt that love all of the time while I was a missionary. And like seeing people in a loving way, like just changed my whole view on not having that physical father in my life and having like a heavenly father where none of that really mattered. The only thing that mattered was like, he loves me and like, I'm important. And so that gave me a huge like boost in my life. And I learned while I was on my mission, like what it means to be a man really. And we learned a lot about like presiding. And what it means.
What does it mean to be a man in your opinion?
In my life, I've learned that just you're supportive, you love, and you walk as Christ did. And like that's all I have to say about what it means to be a man. I don't know how to fix a car. I don't know how to build a shelf. But if I can like love my sisters and my mom in the best way that I can, I think that's pretty manly.
And you do.
I hope so.
Oh, you do. I've seen it. And I hear your mom talk all the time about it.
Oh, she's great.
Well, you're great too. You both are. You're both incredible
Thank you.
people. Tell me some of the things, some of the hardships you had that you just mentioned from not having a father in your life.
Yeah. A lot of it was just kind of scary. Like my dad was super abusive.
When he
Super,
was around.
when he was around, like up until I was 5, like I have a lot of trauma from like physical abuse, emotional abuse. There was just so much negativity in our lives. And like I was so young that I couldn't like protect my mom or do anything. I just had to watch and like watch her get hit and watch her, which really wrecked me. And so I was afraid. And so it just like made me afraid of life. And I didn't ever want to be with my uncles really. I didn't want to be with like my grandpa. I was so scared of men. Like I hated every boyfriend my mom ever had because I never wanted to
Oh,
go
I
through
remember
it.
that.
Yeah, I never wanted to go through any of that again. And so my mission did change me and help me see like men can be good. They are there like for a reason. Like I just had like a bad experience. And so I think just like that insecurity of not having that. I don't even know if I'm making sense right
No,
now.
you are.
But
You are. So do you think fathers matter?
absolutely.
Why?
There were many times where
I mean, you got around without having a father, so why did it
true.
matter?
That's true. Let me think about this one for a second. I just feel like there is something that a man and a woman do together, like if they're married, like why that's so important. And I think for sons too, just like being able to look up to somebody and have that example, a good example of what a father should be, and that love and that support really gets you far and teaches you a lot more.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could go all day long into data and things like that, percentages showing that if you have a father in your home, how much better off you are. And that's not to say anything less of moms. Like
Right.
I'm a mom myself. You need,
Yeah.
but fathers do matter. I personally believe that. I have an excellent father. You know him. He
He's
loves
great.
you.
I love him so much.
He
He's
loves you
amazing.
too. He is amazing. So okay, so then tell me how it is that, I mean, I guess that from your mission you learned this, but how do you know that fathers matter if you didn't have one and the short time that you did have one, he was abusive?
I don't even know how to like even get into this because I was super blessed. My dad remarried my stepmom when I was like 6, and they were married till I was about 12, and I got 3 new sisters out of that. Yeah. So I have 4 sisters total, and when my dad left the second time, she like stepped in. And that was like so cool that she like took that missing spot and was able to like support us in a different way. It was another mom, but
So your stepmom and your mom are friends.
they're friends now.
Well,
They're
this just
great
says so much
friends.
about your mom. I know your mom personally. She's the kindest person on
She's
planet.
so kind.
She would not have an enemy. It wouldn't matter who it is.
Yeah, so yeah, my stepmom like really stepped in and filled a void that was there, I think. But the reason I think fathers are so important is just priesthood. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on this podcast,
you
but
can say
there's
whatever you
something
want.
about priesthood that is so special that I never
What do
had
you
in
mean
my
by
home.
priesthood?
Priesthood? It's God's power. We get to use that, and like we receive blessings through that. Like a man. Am I supposed to like be teaching this?
You can share whatever you want.
Gosh, I'm
you
so
can share
terrible
whatever
at
you
this.
want. No, you're not.
Just like a man and having like God's power, and I mean a woman can use it too, but just receiving blessings is so cool. And I've seen so many miracles from like blessings that I've had, laying on of hands.
I know the first blessing you ever gave was to my daughter.
It was terrifying, but it was like the biggest like spiritual moment for me because I was never really around that, so it was scary.
Yeah.
But to finally like know that I am worthy enough to hold that power was really cool.
Wow.
And that's manly to me too.
That is manly, and that's really cool. That's awesome. So what do you say then to someone who says, well, your church puts women beneath men because men have the priesthood and women don't?
No. I think women and men are basically here.
Yeah.
And there's something that a woman can do that no man can do. Whether it's
There's a
like
lot of
loving,
things.
so many things, like breastfeeding. A mom is so loving and so kind and so nurturing, and I think we need that. But like a father is protection And like those two together just makes one unifying thing in my eyes. And like a woman can totally call upon the power of God the same as a man can.
Yeah.
If she has the faith.
Yeah.
So I never, my mom is very spiritual.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of miracles and a lot of blessings because of her faith. But also the priesthood would have been so cool.
To have in
if
your
I could
house.
have had that. Yeah. So I'm excited for the future to have that in my home one day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible. Okay, so now you as an adult, having not had a father growing up, do you feel like you need one now?
Yeah,
Like you can still use that?
there are times where I'm like, well, how do I work in school? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? What route am I supposed to take? But I think as an adult, I do have a lot of father figures now since my mission. Like my mission president was amazing. I had friends in high school and their dads kind of stepped in and helped me see like men aren't bad. And so there's a lot of support that I have, but it would be nice to like have like my very own support to turn to and be like talk my problems out, get advice from. So
Do you plan on being a father one day?
I hope so. I do. I want kids. I love kids so much.
And what kind of father do you want to be?
I want to be the cool dad. I want to be the dad that like everybody loves. But I just want everybody to know that I love them. Like if that's the only thing I can do on this earth is just help people feel loved, then I did it right.
You're going to be an incredible father. I already know that. I've seen how you are with your little sisters, and you're so kind and always taking care of them and so protective. And you're just that way with everyone. Everyone loves you.
Thank you. That's
Everyone,
kind. Too kind.
No, it's true. Everyone who knows Titus just loves him. What do you say to people who are offended right now hearing this saying, a woman can teach you all those things? Why? Like, and I know I've asked this question, the same question in 3 different forms.
No, that's okay.
But what do you say to someone like that? Because I'm saying this because this is a way that I used to feel. I used to be kind of a feminist, and now I have left that completely, and life is so much better where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So what do you say to the old me who'd be like, "What? A woman can teach you that?"
I mean, I think women have strengths and I think men have strengths, and they're both very different, but together they're so equal.
Yeah.
So
we need each other.
we need each other.
So this hatred of each other right now should just be done.
It should be so over. It's dumb. Like, let's just love one another, you guys. Come on.
That's a great answer. Love one another, no matter what the circumstance.
Literally.
Love it. This is Titus. He is so cool. I've known this. I want to keep saying this little kid since
I am.
he's a little baby, but you're not. You're like a grown-up now. It makes me feel so old. But I've known him since he was just so young, and I've watched him grow up, and I'm just so proud of you and
Thank you.
the man that you become. And I know that you will be an excellent father.
Thank you.
And not because someone's telling you to do that, not because religion is telling you to do that, but because I know you want that.
That's sweet.
It's
Thanks.
true. Thanks
I
for
hope
being
so.
here.
Of course. Thanks for having me. It was fun.